Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's about 7:20 on a Tuesday evening. I'm at the Prompong BTS. This and maybe the next stop up, Asok, where you'll find Terminal 21. Most people would consider that the heart of Expat Central. This Prompong, Asok, Nana, behind me, Tang La. Super central Bangkok. Easy to live here, easing into moving to Bangkok. But there are some more affordable choices. This is also going to be some of the most expensive real estate in town. I'm looking down the way at Soi 39. It's not unusual to pay close to 100,000 baht a month for a condo. They're building a new high-rise right here. It says, what is it called? I'm looking at the sign here. I can't see it. Anyhow, this building right on the corner under the Prompong BTS, it's going to be 45 penthouse units at 17 million baht a piece. So what is that, over $2 million? All kinds of price ranges in this area. Years ago, when the BTS ended at En Nut, it went from Mochet to En Nut. That was considered the more affordable area in town. Today, it's kind of the same price as central Bangkok. It's not that far from Prompong. I used to live there in En Nut. I want to say 12 or 14 minutes away, but I'm going to go a couple of more train stops past that. Hey, what's up, Andy? My buddy. To Punawiti, and we'll go up and take a look around the neighborhood. Let me go say hi to my friend first. Yeah, it was good to see my buddy Andy. I was just walking down the street and his girlfriend started calling out. So here I am in Prompong. I'm going to go Tang La, Ekamai, Prakignong, En Nut. Again, this used to be kind of the go-to place to save a few bucks on your condo. Not so much. What I'm paying 19,000 baht for, now that's a deal. It should be about 25,000 baht. In En Nut, it would probably be 20 or 21 for an equally sized place. Again, you got to kind of go way down the way now to Bering and even Udom Suk to find, if you don't mind, a small studio. That can be done for 10,000 baht. Again, I hate to throw out prices. Everything is subjective to size and how close it is to the train. But this area, En Nut, then you got Bangkok, then Punawiti, that more and more people are heading there for pretty good deals. We'll see. It's still pretty close to get up to Prompong, Asok, Nana. So it's not that far. I'm going to guess less than a 15-minute train ride. And I have a buddy who's interested in buying a condo. You are going to get much more bang for your buck buying a place up in, say, Punawiti, even En Nut, than you are Prompong and Asok. That is just going to be probably the most expensive way to make a purchase. So let's go up, take a look, see how long it takes to get from here. Plus, I'll time it from En Nut. I think it's just 5 minutes away. That is where you'll find the Lotus, right at BTS En Nut. On the other side of the road, it's a Tops Market, and you're very close to Sukhumvit Soi 77, where you'll find a Big C. That's where I lived, at the Knightsbridge condo for a year. We're going to take the Kiha train here. Just if you walk onto the train platform and you're a little confused, the trains, they go in the same direction as the traffic. So just look down below and you'll know which direction to point yourself. And the other nice thing about the Sukhumvit Green Line, train's taking off. 3 minutes later, if that, another train will arrive. I'm not as lucky on the MRT, the blue line. Yeah, I'm looking down the way. I see the train at Nana. So to go Nana, Asok, and it'll be here. The MRT, it always seems to take 4 minutes, 5 minutes. It might be in my imagination, but this green line, if I'm not walking up right as a train is approaching, it's just taken off. And as I'm waiting for the train, this Prompong, it's just my favorite area of town. It's one stop away from Asok. Asok is still, okay, here's the train. See, that wasn't even 2 minutes away. And I started the stopwatch. I was saying Asok, very kind of touristy at times. I mean, everybody that's walking around is a tourist, so living there, you'll oftentimes have to dodge the tuk-tuks and the offers to go to their free rides, which means their brother-in-law's jewelry store and their father's tailor shop. But up here, just one stop away in Prompong, I'm 100% of the time left alone. Now this next stop is Thong Long. That is probably the highest zip code in Bangkok. Just tons of Japanese and Korean business people live in that area. Very wealthy Thai folks. The next station will be Ekamai. That's where you'll find the bus station, the $2.50 one-way rides to Pattaya and every other place in Bangkok. The next stop is Prakak Nong, the W District, little outdoor food area, really good. Then we're in On Nut. Again, that used to be the end of the line. I started the stopwatch here, so we'll time it all. On Nut, it's kind of slow. Again, I lived up there for a year. Cheap Charlie's, which used to be on Sukhumvit Soi 11, is now on Soi 50, and that's about it. That and the bars around it are the only places open 1, 2 in the evening, and the Lotus, Big C, they all shut down at 10 o'clock. So after 10 p.m. it gets pretty darn quiet up there compared to a little more 24 hours down here. My Via Market and the Tops on in Prompong, they're both 24 hours, and that suits my night owl needs. And 7 or 8 minutes later from Prompong, we're pulling in On Nut. Tack on 2, maybe 3 minutes to Asok. So there you go, it's not that far. The only issue is it's a little bit of a hassle having to walk up, wait for the train, pay for the train. If you're always going to be hanging out in Asok or Nana, just pay the extra whatever it is to live down there and be able to walk everywhere. Again, I stayed here for a year on Soi 77. It was fine. I was right next door to the Big C. Train, less than a 5-minute walk away. It just adds one more dynamic if you're always hanging out up in Prompong or Asok. So I'll leave that up to you. If you only go out once a week or a couple of times a month, sure, come on up here, take a look at these places, save some cash, and then jump on the train, meet your buddies down in Prompong at one of the Irish bars. There's things to do up here. There's also Buddy's Bar and Grill. Not exactly sure where it's at. I've been there. It's either the top of Soi 89, so that's another option. The Buddy's chains are fun, but we're going 2 more stops and we'll be at Punawiti. And we've arrived, Punawiti Station, 11 minutes from Prompong. Call it 12 or 13 minutes to Terminal 21 and the Asok BTS, Sukhumvit Junction, Benjikiti Park, all those different things. So you can see it's a very reasonable commute to get over here if you're kind of judging it based on central Bangkok. Again, I hate to say Asok is central Bangkok and you need to live as close as possible, but it will make your life easier. Everybody's going to speak English. That's where most your buddies are going to want to meet. Again, come check it out, play it by ear, but you're probably going to be down in that area meeting friends, heading to Benjikiti. Lumpini's not far. Siam Paragon's just up the way. Whereas down here, it just gets a little quieter. Nothing wrong with that. But you can see, less than 15 minutes, so let's go down and take a look around. One thing you should keep in mind is the train stops at midnight. I don't know when it starts, 5 or 5:30 in the morning. I think 5. And there's a minimal cost involved, probably about $1 each trip. Now, when I lived up here in On Nut, I was always missing that last train. There is, I forget what the bus number is, like 58. There's a bus that runs 24 hours. It seems to come every 10 minutes, 12, 14 baht. There's an air-conditioned bus that's 18 baht. So yeah, get used to jumping on those buses. Oftentimes, cab drivers coming out this way, sorry, that's a little loud, they won't turn the meter on. That's getting to be more and more common. If you're in Asok, I would say 200 baht will get the job done, 300 if the guy's acting a little cranky. Again, don't count on that meter being turned on often, especially during the rainy season. All bets are off when the rain hits the windshield. And just below the BTS station, here's Sukhumvit. You can see it's much more mellow compared to the crazier area up, say, in between Asok and Nana. Now here's the Quinn building. We're at the top of Sukhumvit 101. I don't know what that is, 25 stories high. They have 35 square meter units, 1 bedrooms, free of common fees for 3 years, starting at 5.59 million baht. And if you are looking to rent, you are 10 feet from the Punawiti BTS station. Motorbike stand, very common. Race you down 101. Let's take a walk down 101. I've been there, but it's probably been a year since I made a video. And I can't read that sign in the dark across the way. I think it says the room Sukhumvit 62. That about adds up. You have to remember, the further you get down the line, odd and even, it's not gonna match up. So 62 on one side, 101 on the other. Nice little collection of restaurants, Thai food, a couple of 7-Elevens. Here's a little peek down 101. I know this Quinn property, it takes the whole right side going back quite a ways. It's a couple of large towers. Here's a side peek at a very local Thai building. I've brought that up in the past. I hate to draw a line between, say, a Thai building and an expat, more Western friendly building. The difference is going to be, oftentimes there'll be a Thai wet bath, just the shower right over the toilet. Sometimes there may or may not be any cooking facilities other than a wet kitchen out on the balcony. But if you're okay with that, and it's more about location than amenities in your apartment, take a look at some of these more economical buildings. This appears to be a pretty busy, whatever it is, somtam stand. And here's the Ale House Pizza and Bar, nachos, chicken tenders. And on this 101, you're also not far where you see those large buildings in the background there. That is the, what is that mall? True Digital. What is it? True Digital 101. Here's another little restaurant, Cafe 101. I'm forgetting the name. There's a very large private school. I think it's at Bering, but that's 2 stops away. Just going by memory. Oh, it's St. Andrews. That is very popular with expat teachers living in that area. Now, here's a barbershop. 150 baht. You're gonna get the local haircut. It's probably all going to be discussed in Thai. And if you say, just take Nit Noi, which is a little bit, they're gonna maybe leave Nit Noi and break out those #1. So you're gonna kind of get what you pay for 100 baht. And here's an example of one of those Thai style buildings. Nothing wrong with them at all. And another consideration may be they more than likely will not be a washing machine. There's never a dryer. It's a washing machine and hang it out to dry, but I'm reminded with a string of washing machines down below here. It's definitely more a mellow vibe up here. I am, not that that's important, but I am seeing a lot of expats up here. Here's the second or third I've passed in 5 minutes. I'm looking across the way at Thai massage, hidden behind the tree, but 250, 250, 300. So things are gonna be a little bit more reasonable than right in the Asok area. I forgot how much I like this street, this 101. It's a nice tree-lined, kind of a small town feel, right in the middle of the large city. There goes, oh, okay, that, I was gonna say are construction workers, but that bus, it sits down at the BTS and then races people wherever it goes, a mile or 2 down 101 and parts beyond. So there are other options in parts of Bangkok to get around. And as I'm walking down Sukhumvit Soi 101, here's Punawiti Soi 6. Soi 5 is on the other side, but there's just a gate and a Thai building, beauty shop, all kinds of food shops going here at whatever it is, about 8 p.m. Doesn't appear to be much down here, but I am going to take a peek down this Soi 6 just to see if there's some little buildings tucked away. From here to BTS Punawiti, 5-minute walk, if that. It's pretty quiet back here. Some small businesses and 6-story apartment buildings. Yeah, I'm gonna get back on the main 101. There's nothing really down here but private homes. And just getting our boundaries. That is the Quinn building, right at the BTS. Back on 101. A ton of legit massage places. And less than 10 minutes from the BTS, we're coming up to a very large condo complex. Maybe 20 stories. Here's the second 7-Eleven. It looks like a popular restaurant here at Sukhumvit, or Sukhumvit Soi 8 on 101. Good Job Pharmacy. And that high rise is the Regent Orchid condo. Yeah, this is a really nice walk. Off on the left here is a large laundromat, washers and dryers. And another little restaurant and smoothie stand. And this is looking down Sukhumvit Soi 11. I know I've been down there in the past. There's a medium-sized apartment building down on the right. And I'm getting tucked back here, maybe 15 minutes from the BTS, maybe a little less. But here's the Zen Master Hotel on the left. I'm standing at Sukhumvit Soi 13 on 101. I'm gonna walk up. On the right is a 6 or 8 story condo building, if I remember correct, and then maybe I'll turn around from here. And they also have a wash and dry attached to the hotel. 100 baht a kilogram is the normal price I know of to have your clothes washed and folded. Maybe it's a little cheaper up here, I'm not sure. And here's that building, the Privacy 101. 8 stories possibly. And a pretty little popular outdoor restaurant right across the way. This is a peek down Sukhumvit Soi 15. Again, some smaller buildings down the way. Call it 12-minute walk to BTS. Another 7-Eleven down on the left, plus Anna's Massage. And I like this guy's style. He's got a little tiny shop there and whatever that is, an 80-inch TV. Sukhumvit 17. Another laundromat next to the 7-Eleven. And another laundromat just across the way. This is just a sure sign that many of the Thai-style buildings around are not going to have laundry. You can find a lot of items in the 7-Eleven, not so much produce and meats, that kind of thing, but just to the right here, where are we at? Soi 17 Sukhumvit is a Lotus Fresh, which is bigger than a 7-Eleven, just a tiny Lotus. Oftentimes though, they'll have meats and pork. And I knew there was a Watt in the area. I see this sign for the Willpower Institute. And Watt, I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce that. You can see the Watt sticking up down the way in between 101 and True Digital Park. Here's the Lotus Go Fresh. So yeah, it's gonna be better than a 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven, you can get all your washing supplies, but you can see there's more choices on rice, and you get around these folks and see if they have fresh meat back here. If nothing else, it's frozen. Pork and more choices in a 7-Eleven, that's for sure. So there you go, Lotus Go Fresh. But don't discount the 7-Eleven. You can get eggs, all kinds of things in the 7-Eleven. Just don't let a realtor tell you you don't need a grocery store within 5 miles because there's 3 7-Elevens. Yeah, they even have onions and pineapples. Nothing wrong with the Go Fresh. And they've almost ran out, but you can get your chicken feet. And this is a really large 7-Eleven. They're not all created equal. I know my buddy Mike said he moved from my building over to another area, and he was loving the 7-Eleven by my building there on Soi 26 with his lattes or whatever coffee stands they had. Over where he went, I don't know if they don't do coffee or they're just all a little different. And this is about as far back as I would come. We're on Soi Punawiti 21. There's another nice building here. I'll walk over there and get the name. But to be honest, whatever this building cost, you can probably get something within a 5-minute walk of the BTS. You almost have to have a reason to be back here. I mean, your girlfriend owns one of these condos, that type of thing. You're not going to save, maybe you'll save, I'll make it up, 50 bucks living back here. Probably less compared to right on the BTS. And it's the Green 3 Sukhumvit. They appear to be very large places. This is what I was getting at the beginning of the video. If you're looking to invest in a condo, and maybe that's the wrong word. I know it's a big discussion on you're not going to get your return on investment, blah, blah, blah. But many people, they don't care. They just want a place to live. They don't want to be in their 60s calling their landlord, asking permission to put a nail in the wall. Many people just want to own their own place. I don't have a problem with that at all. But certainly look in other places than Asok and Prompong to at least have an idea on the savings you might get out here. If you then choose to drop another, again, I'll make it up, 50,000 bucks on a condo in Prompong compared to out here, there's nothing wrong with that. And just across the way from that is the Lush 21 by Green Villa sales office. And there's another building behind, right to the right of that 7-Eleven. Let me walk back there and take a peek. And then that's about it. I think I'm gonna turn around. There's not much sense in heading further down 101. Oh, and I just noticed that they have a San Mig and a Beer Sing sign, maybe a little restaurant or bar right behind the 7-Eleven. Oh, this is actually really nice. It's an open air, it's closed, has a roof, but 2 pool tables, 101 food and drink. And then right behind that, if my buddy Ben is watching, here's another vegetarian restaurant. I try to spot them all for him, and he's been to most of them, but I don't know if he's ventured out here. 101 vegan cuisine, May Veggie Home. And this is a nice 7-story, 4 little towers back here. I'm not sure it's part of that villa address. Let's go take a look at the sign. Just across from the condo, I'll bet this is a popular lunch spot. And it is another green villa. I can see the washing machines on the patio. They don't appear to be huge units. Call them 30 square meter. But 30 square meter in Punawiti down Soi 1 just a bit is probably going to be half the price of that same condo sitting on wherever, Soi 23 in the Asok area. Hey, so there you go, folks. Here's a little peek, Punawiti area, Sukhumvit Soi 101. Nice mellow area. Get 15 minutes from the crazy center of Bangkok. Best of both worlds. So thanks for watching. More videos on the way. You have a great evening. See ya.